Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at one of our databases that's available for use called Issues and Controversies that is especially good for the type of paper, either a pro-con paper or an argumentative paper. Basically, Issues and Controversies is a database that takes current topics, issues, things like that, and kind of shows you both sides of the argument and provides other documents that will help bolster one side or the other of an argument. So we'll just take a look at this. You can kind of see what sort of resources are available through it and how to use some of the tools that it provides you. So once you land on the main page for Issues and Controversies, you can see right off the bat that it has suggestions for recent controversies. This is stuff that is appearing currently, sort of a hot topic kind of thing. You can take a look at and see sort of what the more up-to-date material is. And you can also see here down below, it has lists of various issues that are divided up by subject area. You can kind of see, and if you click on these, that will take you to the article for that particular issue. So this one is issues by subject. You can also just see a list of all the issues A to Z. You can also see here underneath the title of the database, there's some links here. So you can actually get to this list the same way here by clicking issues there, sort of a redundant thing, but it's multiple ways basically to get to the same list. Also available are the curriculum tools. These are kind of nice. It shows you the different helpful articles on how to do research. You can see that there's analyzing historical documents, but it also gives stuff just on research in general, articles on how to avoid plagiarism and citing sources, which will be helpful when it comes time to do your citation page, even on writing the paper itself or delivering a speech or a presentation. These can be helpful for you, kind of give you a hint if you're having trouble kind of coming up and writing your paper. Also, there's a section for resources. This kind of breaks down the different types of material that it has available. For that, there's overview videos. These are kind of just overall presentations of a certain issue. It can kind of give you a good idea of what is available under different topics for videos that you could use for your own research. There's debate videos, which are actual debates between people debating different topics. Could again give you an idea of the sort of arguments one way or another for a certain topic. There's quick take videos, which again would probably be like a quick overview of a topic or a specific area of a certain topic. Kind of another way to get an idea of sort of the general information about a different issue. They have breakdown of actual court cases that are relevant to different issues. And another one that could be helpful, it actually has the Bill of Rights in debate, where they will present different articles having to do with arguments based off of different amendments to the Bill of Rights, and it is separated and organized according to which amendment it is related to. That can be very helpful if you're doing research on a topic like that. It has actual editorial cartoons and questions. This would maybe be more if you were doing a presentation and needed an image. And it has more debate topics from the National High School debate topics. And finally, it also has breakdowns of the last several presidential races and kind of the issues that came up during those. And finally, the link here is for sources. This will show you the different source material that these articles draw from. You can kind of get an idea of where they get their information. So we'll go ahead and we'll go back to the main page. So while it's useful to have the issues kind of presented like this, especially if, say, you're having trouble coming up with an idea for your paper, an issue to do your paper on, you can kind of come here and see if anything out of all these jumps out at you, and you could basically just jump and go straight to that topic. But if you're coming here and you already have an idea for your paper, you can just search the database itself. Say if you were doing global warming, and this is what the result page looks like. Basically, it breaks it down depending on the type of material you're looking at. So it'll default here first to articles. You can kind of see that it's different articles from the database depending on incorporating whatever your search term was. They also have primary sources. This is things like direct documents, like government reports. You can see here, court cases, things like that. It's basically things that another article would use as its research material. So you can kind of come here to see firsthand documents having to do with your topic. It also shows you court cases that pertain to your topic. Media, this would be different videos that it can pull from. You can see here there's a debate video, some quick take videos, things like that. Infographics, these are things again that you would maybe be using if you were doing a presentation or if you needed an image for your report. You can pull, these are different tables and things like that that would have information that you could present. And then finally there are editorials here and just straight up newspapers. These would be basically stuff pulled from different newspapers. Editorials would be more opinion pieces, somebody that would be arguing a particular viewpoint on a topic, whereas news would probably just be a more general newspaper article. And you can see here that it will tell you, give you the headline and a brief kind of sample of it, and it will tell you where it came from and the date of the article. So it kind of pulls from a bunch of different sources for this. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go back to look at articles, just so I can give you an idea of what it looks like when you do pick a particular article, the different tools you have on how to process and use it. So we'll go ahead and we'll limit the search here, which you can do over here on the right where it says narrow results. And that again lets you narrow it down depending on what type of article it is. So there's pro-con articles, by the numbers, which would be more infographic type stuff, chronologies, which would present you a timeline of a certain topic, special reports, and it's kind of self-explanatory from there. So we'll go ahead and we'll just look for pro-con articles. So it'll resort that. You can kind of see it limits the number of articles here. We'll go ahead and pick one. We'll do this hybrid vehicles article. So we'll click that. So it will take us to this particular topic, which is about hybrid vehicles, electric cars, things like that. It'll show you the last time it was updated. So this is kind of an older article. You can see it's from March of 2008. So it may not have the most up-to-date material, but at the very least it would be a good starting off point and something that could be used in conjunction with a more recent article from maybe another database or even from this database itself. But basically, again, a lot of the material in here is organized by tabs. So here we are on the pro-con article. So basically, it'll give you sort of a table of contents for the article, the introduction, background, the different sides that are argued. It will show that breakdown specifically, conclusion, and then a lot of the information like the timelines here in the chronology, numbers, that'd be more infographics, things like that. So you can see here, it gives you the breakdown, sort of the overview of what each side's argument would be. That's kind of helpful to give you an idea of what, say if your paper required you to argue one side or the other of a topic, you could kind of see what both your side would be arguing and what the other side of the argument would be. And it kind of goes into that. Another helpful thing it does is it will actually highlight your search term, so you can kind of get an idea of how relevant this article is to your topic. So if you see, after going through this, if you decide that this is the type of article that will work for you, we'll go ahead and show you the different tools you can use to basically how you want to save or look at this article. That would be here under this page tools area. So we'll click that. So if you are home or say in a computer lab, you can print the article out. If you have an account set up through the Issues and Controversies database, you can save the article to a folder and come back to it later. You can download a version of it or a link to this article specifically. You can share the article, which would give you a shareable link. But the one that'll probably be the most important and relevant to you in using this will be the citation tool. Because if you're going to be using this in a paper, you're going to have to cite it. So we'll go ahead, and if you click that, it will pop up. Right now it looks like Issues and Controversies only does the will default format to either the MLA style format or Chicago Manual of Style. But depending on which one you pick, it will show you the version, the citation you would need, and then you could copy and paste it into your paper, into your works cited page. Unfortunately, it looks like they don't do APA at this point, but if you look here, there's a link for how to cite. If you click that, it pops up that article, and it will actually give you kind of the overview of the different citation styles and what format that should look like, and give you an example of what you would need, the information you would need to make the proper citation, which would be very useful in coming up with your own citation. So I believe that's kind of the general overview of this database. It's one of many that we have available to you from off campus. As always, if you have any questions about this or any of our other databases, please feel free to contact us at the library.